My son told me that he had a secret with one of the staff, but he would never tell me what it was. This man rubbed himself against little girls every morning before he started work. How could nobody else in the classroom react?
Paris is being rocked by a major abuse scandal. Children at more than 100 public preschools, primary schools, and daycare centers across the city are believed to have been victims of violence and sexual abuse by childcare staff who supervise children outside regular class hours. The allegations span every district of Paris. How could this happen?
I remember picking up my son from school, and he said to me, "Mom, my bottom hurts."
Eric, not his real name, was 4 years old. At the time, he was attending a public preschool for children aged 3 to 6. His mother says that over time, his behavior began to change. He became withdrawn, started wetting himself, and no longer wanted to sleep. She eventually sought help from a psychologist.
During a session with the psychologist, my son used dolls to show what had happened to him. And he had been raped.
Elisabeth and Anna want families like Eric's to be heard. In 2021, they founded SOS Périscolaire, or SOS School Childcare. The group collects testimonies and campaigns for authorities to take parents' and children's accounts more seriously.
Preschoolers who have been victims of sexual abuse don't invent things when they describe abuse, whether in words or through drawings. If they give details, it means they've either witnessed abuse, experienced it themselves, or seen it in a video, and that can happen too.
The group's campaigning helped bring wider attention to the allegations. Last year, more than 30 childcare workers were suspended. This year, Paris has suspended more than 130 staff members, including more than 50 over suspected sexual violence. Roxane Dejour believes her young daughter may have also been abused.
Paris City Hall published a small booklet describing the nonverbal warning signs. Our daughter showed every single one of them.
Roxane's daughter has a speech impairment. She communicates using sign language and a few spoken words. At school, she relies on a dedicated caregiver.
She said, "Tickle, tickle." And I asked, "Oh, did he tickle your back, your arm?" She replied, "It hurt." I asked, "Did he hurt you?" And she said, "Bottom." So I asked again, "Wait, what are you telling me? Did he hurt your bottom?" Then she completely broke down, throwing bath toys across the room, screaming and screaming. I don't know exactly what happened. She can't explain it clearly. But she did tell me something important, and I'm afraid terrible things may have happened.
In France, young children are often supervised by childcare workers outside normal class hours. These workers are hired by city authorities, not by schools or the National Education Ministry. Many are on short-term or part-time contracts. Some have little formal training. Paris alone employs around 15,000 of them. Alleged abuse was also reported in Saint-Dominique preschool near the Eiffel Tower. This year, police took 16 childcare workers into custody and placed 2 people into pretrial detention. Parents say they learned about the police operation through the media. Anna from SOS Périscolaire helped organize this protest near the school in one of the city's most affluent districts, where demonstrations like this are rare.
According to the children's testimonies, staff members abused the children together. Staff coordinated with each other. During lunchtime, several of them would take children into rooms to abuse them there. My son wasn't doing well. He was clearly distressed. I hope it was only because people shouted at him. That's bad enough, but less serious than physical abuse.
My daughter was probably not affected, but like so many parents, we're left with this uncertainty, not knowing whether our children were abused or not.
French lawmakers are now moving to tighten checks on adults who work with children. The proposed measures include stronger background screening and regular checks at least every 3 years. But many childcare workers say the scandal has put all of them under suspicion. Their unions say the system itself is part of the problem: low pay and unstable contracts.
You need to attract people into this profession by offering proper contracts and decent salaries. Right now, we don't do that, so we end up with unreliable people, and inevitably, some who may pose a risk.
Offering someone just 2 hours of work a day around lunchtime isn't going to work.
Paris has an action plan worth around 20 million euros. It includes better reporting procedures, more training, and stronger checks. Despite repeated requests, the city official responsible for education declined our request for an interview. Some in the justice system say the slow handling of these cases points to a deeper failure.
It's true that we tend to look away from horrific things. It's a form of collective blindness. The judiciary also has to take a hard look at itself and with honesty and humility acknowledge that it may not always have lived up to its responsibilities in addressing these issues.
For many affected families, the damage is already done. They say the investigation is too slow and the justice system is failing them.
The police, city authorities, the government, the justice system, they all allowed children to be abused rather than make changes and accept that they, too, bear some responsibility for these failures.
Aussi en partie responsable de ces dysfonctionnements.